Well, hello everyone. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is hydrate my face. That way whenever we go in with our foundation, our face will be primed and ready to go. I am using the MAC Strobe Hydrating Cream. I have a little sample size of this. Really want to use this one up. The next thing I'm going to do is hydrate my lip. I am going to use the Best Damn Lip Mask. I use this a lot whenever I use liquid lipsticks because I find that it works best. The first thing I'm going to go ahead and start by doing is priming my eyelids with the soft ochre paint pot. Very important to go ahead and prime your lids when doing any makeup look for your eyes. It just helps the eyeshadow stay in place all day and not budge, and it also shows more vibrant. The soft ochre paint pot is just my personal favorite, but you can also use like concealer or anything like that. Now to go ahead and just help the eyeshadows that we're going to be using blend more seamlessly, I'm going to go in with a powder from Benefit. It's the Hello Flawless powder in Champagne. You can use whatever setting powder that you have in your makeup kit. I just personally like this one. So I'm going to go in with this light brown shade. And this is a really light brown, so you're honestly probably not even going to see it as we keep on adding in the color. It's going to work as a transitional shade, so it's going to help blend all the other colors together. All I'm going in with is a big fluffy brush, and I am going in with the Morphe eyeshadows. These eyeshadows are so similar to the MAC ones. I think they're like $2 an eyeshadow, which is a huge steal. Now with a little bit more of a precise brush, I'm going to go in with this cool tone brown, and I'm going to focus this more on the crease and then just slowly blending it upwards as all the powder is off the brush. And with these eyeshadows, you really want to go ahead and take your time when adding them to your eyelids. Since they're all matte shades, they are going to require more blending, so don't panic where you put it on. It's really harsh. Just keep blending it out and it'll eventually just blend seamlessly. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with the big fluffy brush that we used for the transitional shade at the very beginning with a little bit more of that light brown color and just blend those two colors together. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with this more of a dark brown. It also reminds me of Embark from MAC. If you also have that in your makeup collection, you can use that color instead. But I am going to go ahead and use this color. Like I said, you can get these eyeshadows for like $2 off of the Morphe website. And I'm going to go ahead and focus this color more on my outer crease, but more going towards the inner lid, if that makes any sense at all. And as you can see, I'm focusing it on the very ends and then like slowly patting it inwards. That way the color is not going to be too harsh and it kind of fades seamlessly into the inner corner. Now with a big fluffy brush, you're just going to go ahead and just, with no additional product on it whatsoever, you're just going to go ahead and put that in the crease to help blend all the eyeshadows together. Like I said, the key to this look is just to keep blending. Now I'm going to go in with a really intense dark brown. It's almost like it looks black. It's actually a Nars eyeshadow in the shade Coconut Grove. You can use any dark brown that you have in your makeup kit. I just personally love this eyeshadow because of how dark it is. And you're just going to go ahead and just barely tap this on the outer portion of the eye look. Don't worry if your eyeshadow looks really messy because we're going to go ahead and clean it up once we get like foundation and concealer on and everything like that. Okay, now so for my eyeliner, I'm going to go ahead and do just a small but thick wing, if that makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and use the Inglot eyeliner gel in the number 77. This is my favorite gel liner to use because it is the blackest and it's the most creamiest. I'm also going to go ahead and add the liner on my tight line, just barely dabbing it to complete the look. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant Mascara. This is just a little sample size that I have been trying to use up. I really like it. I think I'm actually going to try and get the full-size version. It's so black, and I think it makes your eyelashes look a lot more fuller. Of course, if you're not going in with falsies, you could just go ahead and put on this mascara and you're good to go. For my eyelashes, I'm gonna go ahead and use Velour lashes in the style Winging. They're just so full and fluffy, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue on them, and while we're waiting for that glue to set and get tacky, I'm gonna go ahead and also prime my face with the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. I love this primer since I do have larger pores like around like my nose area, my T-zone. I love being able to put it there, and I also notice that I tend to get like smile lines throughout the day. So I've noticed whenever I would go ahead and use that primer, it prevents that from happening. Once your lashes are on and dried, you can go ahead and go back with your gel liner and just go ahead and cover up the spaces where the eyelash connects to your eyelid. For my foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Makeup Forever HD foundation in the shade 123. And I'm gonna go ahead and use a Morphe G6 brush. I like more of the flat shader brushes to apply my foundation. This one I really like because I feel like it's more like dense than the other ones, like the Sigma one. I feel like I don't have to use as much product whenever I use this brush. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my concealer. I'm using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is my favorite concealer ever. And I always go back to the Nars one. I don't know why. I think the Urban Decay one, I can't really get the right shade. But I just feel like the Nars has the best coverage. It doesn't feel like it's heavy on my face, and it doesn't look cakey whatsoever. Now this part is the part that I was telling you about, not worrying about if your eyeshadow gets a little messy on the ends, like if it comes out on the outer part of your wing, because you can just go ahead and slide your concealer right under it and it'll just disappear. I am going to use my foundation brush to blend out the parts on my nose and my forehead, just because I feel like it gives more of a natural look that way. Now, just really quick to go ahead and set my concealer so it doesn't crease at all. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Hello Flawless Benefit Powder that we used on our eyelid and just place that under where I had set my concealer. I'm going to go ahead and use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe and Chocolate. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. I always do my eyebrows after I do my foundation and my concealer. That's just personal preference, just because I feel like I don't like to be careful whenever I'm doing my foundation. So if I do go around my eyebrow area, I don't have to worry about messing it up or anything like that. And then I'm also gonna go ahead and set my eyebrows with the Anastasia Brow Gel. This stuff literally is so amazing. My eyebrow hairs are really long, so they tend to like move throughout the day. Whenever I use this brow gel, like it literally is like super glue. Like it does not move all day. And I'm gonna go ahead and bronze my face with the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Glow. I use this typically just to give a glow to the skin, basically. It does have some swirls of gold in it, so it does look really pretty on the skin. I especially love this with girls that have like tans and stuff. I think it looks so pretty as well. Now I'm gonna go in with my Nars Ita brush, and I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronzing Glow to contour on my face. Since our lips are so dramatic, I don't want to draw too much attention to the face, so I'm just going to go ahead and lightly put this on the hollows of my cheeks and a little bit on my temples. So I haven't decided if I wanted to wear blush at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight parts on my face that I want to stand out with the MAC Oh Darling Extra Dimension Skin Finish. So now going back to the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and get a more flat shader brush and go in with this cool tone brown that we put in as our second color on the very tight line of our eyelids. Even though you probably won't be able to tell, I'm going to go in with the Hello Benefit Flawless Powder and put this on the inner corner of my eye, since we did do that on the top of our lids. Now with the pencil brush, we're going to go ahead and go in with that transitional shade that we used, which was that really light brown, and just blend it so that brown isn't so harsh. Now I'm going to go ahead and add this dark brown from the Morphe line and just put this on the outer edges of my eyes just because I feel like it wasn't as dark that I wanted to manipulate the same thing on the top of our eyelids. Now because I am going to do errands today and it is daytime, I am going to go ahead and put the Nars longer wear eyeliner in, I believe it's Rue Bonaparte, I'm sorry. And just go ahead and put this on my waterline. Now I'm going to go ahead and coat my lower eyelashes with the Rimmel Lash Accelerator. This is the only mascara that works for me, as this is the only mascara that doesn't transfer. So since I want to keep this look pretty matte with maybe like a little bit of shimmer, I'm going to go ahead and go in with Mylar from MAC. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on my brow bone, and then I'm going to go in with Nylon, which is an intense shimmery highlight, and put it on my inner corner. Okay, so now for the star of the show, I'm going to go ahead and take MAC Spice Lip Pencil. You can use any dark lip pencil you have just to go ahead and line around the outsides of your lips. And then I'm going to go in with this ColourPop Ultra Matte Lipstick in the color LAX. You also want to take your time whenever you're putting on your liquid lipstick because it can get a hot mess in like a quick second if you just try to rush through it. And yeah, that is basically it for this simple eyes, bold lips makeup tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.